Take a good look. You see a pile of potato peels, right? Garbage, something you toss without thinking twice. But there's a trick hiding in plain sight, and when you notice it, you can't really unsee it. See those plants? They started out as potato peels. No seeds to buy, no trips to the garden center, not a single dime spent. And the family that grows them, they haven't bought potatoes for 3 years. Here's what's really going on. The part you usually peel and pitch, the potato skin, is loaded with eyes. Each of those eyes is a tiny living node just waiting for a chance. No fancy seeds or special soil required. Really, all you need is a peel, some dirt, and sunlight. That's it. And you were going to throw that skin away anyway. Before you write this off as just some internet hack, let's look at the folks who actually lived by this. Irish farmers in the 1700s survived crushing winters with this method. Nothing got wasted. Not the potato flesh, not the skin. In Peru's Andes, the birthplace of the potato, traditional farmers have used cut-up skins with eyes for over 7,000 years. Whole potatoes weren't the seed, skins were, season after season. Even during World War II, the British government quietly tucked potato skin propagation into civilian survival guides, even if people rarely talk about it now. Over in rural Russia and Poland, women passed down starter skins through generations. Those skins mattered more than the potato itself. This isn't some new trend or quick fix hack. This is the old way, the same one that kept generations alive. So, if this works, and it clearly has for thousands of years, ever wonder why you never hear about it? Think about the seed potato market. It's a $10 billion industry every year. Every spring, home gardeners shell out for pre-cut, pre-treated seed potatoes. But nobody puts a sticker on the bag that says, hey, your kitchen scraps do the same thing, because they do. That's the uncomfortable truth. Your kitchen bin is already holding everything you need. Imagine if more people realized you can regrow potatoes from the skins alone, endless times, every season. The seed potato industry isn't exactly excited about that, but it's not some elaborate cover-up. Simple reality is, nobody advertises what can't be sold. And somewhere between the supermarket and whatever passes for convenience, we just forgot what our great-grandmothers knew by heart. You've done this hundreds of times. Peeled a potato, tossed the skins, week after week, year after year. You had the seed in your hands the whole time. That little light bulb you feel. That's kind of what this channel's about. The knowledge was always right there. It wasn't hidden, it just faded out of focus. Let's break it down, minus all the science jargon. Potatoes aren't roots or fruits, they're tubers, storage organs that let the plant survive winter and start over each spring. The eyes you see on the skin are actually packed, ready-to-go nodes. Every time you peel a potato, you're peeling off dozens of potential new plants. Those eyes are alive, just sleeping. Give them a little warmth, some moisture, a bit of dirt, and they snap awake. In just a few days, you'll spot tiny white roots reaching down and green shoots poking up. The plant doesn't care if it's a whole potato or just a peel. It just gets to work. Now, here's how you make this actually happen. First, pick your skins wisely. You want thick peels, at least as big as a 50-cent coin, with at least one eye. Those eyes look like little indents with a dark spot or bud inside. 2 eyes are even better. Avoid peels from old, fridge-stored potatoes. They don't bounce back as easily. Grab fresh potatoes from the store or market instead. A quick heads up, organic potatoes work best. Most commercial ones get treated with chemicals that stop sprouting. If nothing happens after 2 weeks, it's probably the chemicals' fault. Next, let the peels pre-sprout. Don't toss them in the dirt right away. Lay them out on a damp paper towel in a warm spot, not too wet or dry. Wait 5 to 7 days. Roots should start poking out from the eyes. Planting a sprouted skin is key. That's where people usually mess up. Now, grab a container. You don't need a garden, a bucket, crate, or even an old cooking pot will do. Just make sure it's deep and drainage holes are drilled in the bottom. Fill it with soil, or a mix of soil and compost. If the dirt's rough, throw in some kitchen scraps or leaves at the bottom. They'll break down and feed your plant later. Push each pre-sprouted skin about 3-4 inches under the soil, eyes facing up. Don't pack them too close. Give them space. Cover, water lightly, and you're set. Set it somewhere sunny, 6 hours of sun or more if you can. Wait 10 to 14 days, and you'll see little green leaves break through. At this point, there's no more work. Just water when the soil feels dry at the top. That's it. 70 to 90 days later, your plant yellows and drops. Don't panic. Dig around and you'll find brand new potatoes. It all started with a peel you nearly tossed. And those new potatoes? They've got eyes too. Start the cycle again. Here's the stuff to avoid. First, don't skip pre-sprouting. Would you throw a dry seed in the ground and just hope? Wait for roots. Makes all the difference. Second, check your potato source. If you see zero action after 2 weeks, you probably picked treated potatoes. Always go organic when you're starting out. Third, don't drown your plants. Potatoes like moisture, not a swamp. If the dirt smells sour or the skins turn black, let things dry out next time. Fourth, don't plant too shallow. Shallow means a weak yield, exposed potatoes, and green, slightly toxic patches. Go deep. Fifth, don't assume nothing's happening if you don't see quick results. Most of the magic is going on underground. Be patient. So, what's the bottom line? One thick potato peel with 2 eyes can net you 3 to 6 full-size potatoes. 10 peels from a single week's cooking could mean 60 potatoes. Save half the peels from each harvest and plant again. By round 3, you'll have more potatoes than you know what to do with. From scraps, on a balcony, in a bucket, wherever you've got space. In the Andes, families keep what they call a living pantry. Plant, harvest, replant. Never buy seeds. You can do that even in a tiny apartment. You're probably wondering, are potatoes grown this way safe to eat? Absolutely. It's the same genetics, nutrition, flavor, everything. No outdoor space? Just put a bucket by a window or on the balcony. Light and soil. Nothing more. Year-round? In warm places, yes. If you're somewhere cold, grow them indoors with a grow light, or stash harvested potatoes in a cool, dark place until spring. Here's some perspective. Potatoes were domesticated in the Andes long before Europeans ever laid eyes on them. The Inca Empire grew hundreds of varieties up on precarious mountain slopes. No pesticides, no fertilizer, no seed catalogs, just knowledge that got passed along and respected. They understood every piece of the plant was useful. Skins, eyes, everything. Nothing wasted, nothing bought. When Europeans took the potato in the 1500s, they brought the food, but not the knowledge. We got the tubers. We forgot about the rest. Realizing this can be a little unsettling. Most of us are used to relying on stores for food, companies for seeds, systems we can't fix or even see. And all this time, the solution was right in your kitchen. Honestly, it's bigger than potatoes. It's about how convenience chips away at what we can do for ourselves. How we stopped really making, growing, or even understanding things. Earlier generations knew something we've started to forget. The earth gives back what you give it, and maybe the most powerful thing you can do is stop wasting what could actually grow. So, if you're picking through your next batch of kitchen scraps and catching yourself before you toss those peels, you're not alone. If you're going to try this, drop a comment. I'm planting. No approvals, no fancy gadgets. Just a peel, some soil, and a piece of old wisdom that's yours to reclaim. And if you want more of these forgotten ways, those reliable, time-tested systems nobody tries to sell you, stick around. This is just the beginning.